Hello students, today we will discuss about the interdependence in living beings, plants and animals. In our environment, number of living or non-living things are there. How living things depend on each other, how living things depend on non-living things, that we will discuss in the today's class. See here, first of all living things depend on each other and on non-living things for their survival. All living things depend on living things also and on non-living things also. That is called interdependence. What that is called? Interdependence. For example, we will discuss about the plants, animals, microorganisms, how they depend on other things for their survival. See here, first of all, plants. Plants need water, minerals, carbon dioxide and sunlight. Why plant need these things? Plant need these things to make their food. It means plant depend on the non-living things here. What kind of non-living things are there? Carbon dioxide, minerals, waters and sunlight. It means plant get these things from the non-living component of the environment. It means that is called interdependence because plant is depending on the non-living things. Next thing is how animals depend on other things. We will discuss here. Animals cannot make their own food. You know very well, plants can make their own food, but like plants, animals cannot make their own food. So animals get their food from the other animals or from the plants. Animals eat plants or the other animals for their food. So they need water and air also to live. It means water and air are non-living things that they get from the environment. It means plant depending upon the environment, or you can say that plants depend on the non-living things. Here in the similar way, animals also depend on the non-living things. Next thing is there microorganisms. What are the microorganisms? Very tiny organisms. You can say that very small organisms that are called microorganisms. What is the meaning of micro? Micro means very small. These are very tiny organisms. They depend on dead plants and animals. From where microorganisms get their food? Microorganisms get their food from dead plants or animals. They eat dead plants and animals. When they eat dead plants and animals, they release nutrients in the soil. Listen carefully. When microorganisms eat dead plants or animals, they release nutrients in the soil, and that nutrients are helpful to the plants. Listen, see here. These are the very tiny organisms. They depend on dead plants and animals. They release nutrients from the plant and animals in the soil. But they release nutrients when they eat dead plants or animals, and that nutrients help the plants to make their food, and that nutrients help the plant to make the growth. Next thing is their categorization of living components. How many kind of living components are present in the environment? We will discuss here. First of all, producers. Second one is consumer. Third one is scavenger, and fourth one is decomposer. We will discuss one by one each and every type. First of all, producers. What are the producers? The organism that can make their own food, or the organism which has the capacity to make their own food. For example, green plants. Green plants make their own food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll and water. These are organisms which are in the category of producers. Second one is consumers. What are the consumers? Consumers are the organisms that depend on the other organism for their food. Consumers are the animals, or you can say that organism that cannot make their own food. Consumers are of the three types. Consumers further are of three types: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. You are very familiar with these types. What are the herbivores? The animals that eat only plants, or you can say that the animals that eat only plant products, that animals are called herbivores. For example, cow, horse, they all are in the category of herbivores. Next is carnivores. The animals that eat other animals, or you can say that the animals that eat flesh of other animals, that are called carnivores. For example, lion, tiger, they all are in the category of carnivores. Third type of consumers is omnivores. What is the omnivores? The animals that eat both plant as well as the other animals that are in the category of omnivores. For example, we are in the category of omnivores. Human being, bear, they all are in the category of omnivores. Third type of living component is scavengers. What is scavengers? The organisms, or you can say that the animals that eat dead plants or animals. The animals that eat dead plants or animals that are called scavengers, or the organisms that eat dead plants. For example, vulture, termites, they all are in the category of scavenger. You can see the termite picture on the Google. Next thing is decomposers. What are the decomposers? Now you will say that, sir, what is the difference between scavengers and decomposers? Scavengers are the organisms, and what is the decomposers? Decomposers are the microorganisms. The microorganisms that eat dead plant or animals. Here in the category of scavengers are the organisms that eat dead plants and animals. And what is the decomposers? These are the microorganisms that eat dead plant or animals. Micro means very small organisms, very small or very tiny organisms that are called microorganism. The microorganism that eat dead plant or animals that are called decomposers. For example, bacteria and fungi, they are in the category of decomposers. This is about the categorization of living components. I hope it is clear. Thanks. Have a nice day.